The forest had a heartbeat. At least, that's what the villagers of Bernkastel said. They claimed that at night the trees moved, that the wind carried whispers, and that deep in the mountains a cave opened like the mouth of something alive. Inside that darkness lived Christman Genipperteinga. Some said he was once a man, others believed he had crossed into something far worse. For years, he drifted through the roads like a shadow. Travelers vanished without a trace. Families were found abandoned, their doors torn open, their lives swallowed by silence. Mothers would pull their children inside before sunset, whispering his name like a forbidden curse. Genipperteinga did not hunt like other killers. He studied his prey. He walked into villages disguised as a weary traveler or a wounded beggar. He spoke softly, smiled gently, and when people lowered their guard, the darkness behind his eyes revealed itself. Those who followed him never returned. But his greatest cruelty was hidden deep in the cave. There, chained in perpetual fear, lived a young woman he had stolen from her life years before. The cave walls echoed with her silent screams. She had watched him return night after night, covered in blood, carrying stolen belongings like trophies from his victims. He forced her to call that nightmare home. For 7 years, she lived between terror and despair. The cave became her prison, damp, cold, and suffocating. Sometimes she swore she could hear something breathing in the darkness with them. One day, Genipperteinga grew careless. He allowed her to go into Bernkastel under one condition: she must never speak of him. But when she stepped into the sunlight, saw children laughing, smelled bread baking, and heard ordinary life again, the weight of her captivity shattered her silence. Trembling, she went to the mayor and confessed everything. The men of the town did not hesitate. They armed themselves, 30 of them, and the woman, shaking with fear, led them toward the mountains. From her sack, she dropped dried peas along the forest floor, marking a path like breadcrumbs through a living nightmare. The forest grew colder as they approached the cave. When they finally reached it, the air felt thick, wrong, as if the darkness inside was watching them. Inside, they found Genipperteinga asleep, surrounded by stolen goods, bones, and a blood-stained journal that chronicled his atrocities. They dragged him into the light. But even in chains, his eyes burned with hatred. In 1581, the people broke him upon the wheel, a punishment as brutal as his crimes. His screams echoed through the valley, and some say, through the cave itself. Yet the terror did not die with him. Even after his execution, villagers claimed they still heard footsteps in the forest, laughter in the night, and a faint glow from the cave's mouth. They warned their children, "Do not wander after dark, for the cave still remembers his name."